Okay, just picture this for a second. We're in the deep stillness of the desert night. There's a lone figure, Jacob, and he's gathering 12 stones. But these are not just any old rocks. Each one is practically humming with this latent energy, glowing with its own unique, subtle light. And as he rests his head upon them, something incredible happens. The stones merge. They fuse together into a single luminous throne, and the divine presence itself descends. You see, this isn't just a man preparing for a night's sleep. This is a cosmic architect, literally building a throne for God. Welcome, everyone, to our deep dive into one of the most profound moments in the entire Torah. We are so glad you're here. Today, we're going to explore the incredible secret of Jacob's 12 stones, and our guide for this journey is the Zohar, the foundational text of Jewish mysticism. All right, let's get into our roadmap. We're going to start with the literal story, the simple meaning. Then we'll reimagine it, first as a video game quest for power crystals, then as a massive cosmic engineering project. From there, we'll uncover the blueprint of an entire nation that's hidden in the number 12. And then we get to the really good stuff, the sod, the mystical mechanics of what we're calling the sacred bed. And we'll bring it all home, showing you how to build your own sacred foundation. Let's begin. So really unlock the secret of these 12 stones, we have to start where it all begins. The literal story, what's known as the pshat. It's a moment that seems so simple, so vulnerable, but believe me, it holds the key to an absolutely mind-blowing cosmic mystery. So think about Jacob's situation. He's on the run from his brother Esau. He's alone, he's scared. He does this very simple, very human thing. He grabs some stones to use as a pillow. But the Zohar is so clear on this. In the Torah, nothing is mundane. No act is just what it seems on the surface. This simple gesture, it kicks off a chain of events that will literally connect heaven and earth and reveal a profound cosmic truth. Okay, so we've got the literal story down. Now it's time to go deeper. This is where the Zohar really shines, inviting us to ask a much deeper question. A question that is really the key to unlocking this whole vision. Exactly. The ancient sages, they used stories, midrash, to dig into the deeper layers of the Torah. And we can do the same thing, just with modern analogies to help us grasp the secret, the sod of the text. So let's explore two really cool ways to reimagine what Jacob was experiencing. Okay, so for the kids, or let's be honest, the kid in all of us, think about the video game version. Jacob is our hero, and he's on a quest to gather 12 scattered power crystals. When he gets them all and aligns them perfectly under his head, he creates a portal, a gateway to a higher reality. Now, for the adults, we have the cosmic engineering version. Here, Jacob is like the central processing unit, and those 12 stones, they're data nodes. By gathering and synchronizing them, he creates a stable platform, what the mystics call a Merkava, a chariot or a throne, for the divine presence to manifest. These analogies are really powerful, and they lead us straight into the national and historical meaning of the 12 stones. You see, the number 12 is not random at all. It's a cosmic constant, and it reveals nothing less than the blueprint of a nation. 12 is such a foundational number in the divine architecture. It represents this idea of a perfect, complete whole that's made up of distinct, unique parts. I mean, think about it. The 12 months of the year, the 12 signs of the zodiac. It's a universal pattern of structured wholeness. And Jacob's 12 stones fit right into this universal pattern. Each stone, as the Zohar explains it, is a physical anchor for a divine channel. It represents one of the 12 heavenly tribes that will later manifest here on earth as the 12 tribes of Israel. So just like the constellations in the sky, each tribe has its own unique energy, its own special character, and you absolutely need all 12 to form a complete and balanced whole. And this diversity isn't just a random collection, it is perfectly organized. Later in the desert, the 12 tribes would camp in this incredibly precise formation of 4 banners, creating a living mandala, a blueprint for a sacred community. Each direction has its own theme: leadership in the east, emotion in the south, intellect in the west, and action in the north. This whole balanced system, this national Merkava, was actually first created right here by Jacob with his 12 stones. Okay, we've looked at the story, we've looked at the national blueprint. Now it's time. We are going to uncover the secret, the sod, the deep mystical mechanics of what was really happening in Jacob's vision. And to do that, we need to get familiar with the Kabbalistic building blocks of reality itself. Think of the Sephirot as a map of the divine personality.
It's like a cosmic waterfall of creative energy, flowing from this infinite source all the way down into our physical world. Literally, everything that exists is a unique combination of these 10 fundamental energies.
So in this system, Jacob embodies the Sephirah of Tiferet. That's the principle of harmony and balance. He's the great unifier. His whole mission is to balance the expansive energy of love, Kesed, from one side, with the contracting energy of discipline, Gevurah, from the other. And when he does that, he creates this incredible flow of truth and beauty. His entire life's work is to bring harmony to a world of conflict, starting with his own family and extending all the way to these 12 stones. And right here, this is a crucial insight from the Zohar. Malkut, which means kingdom, is the final Sephirah. It's the vessel that receives all that divine energy from above and gives it form and shape in our world. And what's its primary symbol? The stone, the very foundation of creation. So those 12 stones Jacob finds, they are actually the scattered sparks of Malkut, the fragmented divine presence just waiting to be unified. So what we're watching is this profound process of tikkun, or cosmic rectification. Jacob, as Tiferet, descends into the physical world of multiplicity. He consciously gathers the scattered sparks of Malchut, the stones. He then aligns them under his head, the seat of his consciousness. And this act of unification from below, it triggers a powerful response from above. The 12 stones fuse into one single foundation stone. And this unified stone, it becomes a stable throne, a bed, a merkava for the Shekinah, the divine presence, to finally rest. So we've seen the mechanics of this amazing spiritual engineering. Now let's just take a moment and witness the result. What actually happens when the many become one? I just love this part. The Zohar teaches that the fusion of the stones wasn't forced. It was actually born from a shared desire. Each individual stone was arguing, yearning to be the one to support holiness, to be the one the righteous Jacob would rest his head on. And when God saw this collective will, this shared desire to serve a higher purpose, the very separation between them just dissolved, and they became a single, unified vessel. And this unity isn't just a gray blob, it's a vibrant, living harmony of colors. In Kabbalah, divine energies have spiritual colors. You have the pure white of love, the fiery red of discipline, and the balanced green of harmony. Each of the 12 stones reflects a unique blend of these divine colors, and when they unify, they create a perfect, shimmering spectrum of light and energy. And this, right here, is the secret of creation. 12 becomes one. Unity emerges from diversity. And it doesn't happen by erasing our differences, but by aligning them in perfect harmony to create something so much greater than the sum of its parts. Ultimately, Jacob's story is our story. We also live in a fragmented world, and our spiritual work is to do exactly what he did. To gather the scattered sparks of holiness, to find the unity within all the diversity, and to build a foundation for the divine right here in our own lives. That is the path from exile to redemption. So this huge cosmic journey isn't just an ancient story from the past. Not at all. It's a living blueprint for your life, for right here and right now. So let's make this practical. What are the scattered stones in your life? Maybe it's the conflicting roles you have to play every day, or the different emotions that pull you in all these different directions. Or maybe it's the diverse group of people in your family or your community. These are your 12 stones, and they are just waiting for you to gather them and unify them. Your task, your mission, is to be the Tiferet, the harmonizing force in your own life. It's about finding a higher purpose that can bring all the scattered stones of your experience together. By aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with a single unifying intention, you can create a family, a community, a life where every single part feels essential to the whole. This is how you build a throne for holiness in your world. Thank you so much for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We truly hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. And if you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please, you know the drill, like, subscribe, and definitely share which part of this journey really touched your soul in the comments below. We'll see you in the next chapter.